Hello, traveler.
And welcome back to the very first episode of your new favorite Warhammer adjacent show. I am your beloved host, Mr. Taxidermy. And in this episode, love is in the air. And I'm not just talking about the unending love I feel towards you, audience. Welcome to Backalley Taxidermy. Alright, gang, for this very special Valentine's Day episode, you are probably hungry for a deliciously painted Warhammer miniature. And you're in luck, because a very special beluga gave me the means to acquire what just might be my most beloved Warhammer miniature yet. Don't worry, kids, your pal, Mr. Taxidermy, will show you the way through painting this delightful miniature. The goober driver riding in on his beeper slug. It's a friendly gardener who is always ready to spread Papa Nurgles love for all that come into the market. We ain't taking a trip down to the Airbrusky today, but we are starting out with a normal Zenithal highlight, and we get right down to business with a gentle coat of aged hide, right all over the goober driver. Get it all over his body, as this will be the base for the skin textures to come. Looks like we got a hole. Lot more flesh to fancy up, so let's slap some Crusader flesh on the sluggy skin. Mr. Beeper is a hefty boy, but that don't mean he ain't any less deserving of some lovin', so we run out of paint and add in some more, because he deserves it. Just like you, my beloved viewer, deserve the best parasocial relationship in town. And that's why I am asking you to like the subscribe button and ring my bell. And now that we've restocked, we finish splashing that Crusader's flesh all over this cutie's face and other associated bits, like the nurgling dangling on that stick. Now this skin certainly hasn't seen enough nurgly love, so we need to call in the plague bearers and add some plague bearer flesh, glazing it on top of the previous layers of skin. This is adding a green tint, which hints to all the yummy infections that have taken residence in our friend. It ain't a Backalley Taxidermy certified internet experience until we bust out our favorite army painter murder scene. And we slop it right onto the tummy and exposed wounds and sores all over this model. Don't get spooked. The skeleton horde pays us a visit and is applied to the horns and teeth and other calcium-rich parts of Mr. Beeper and friends. Next stop on our tour of lovers is a trip to the and we darken up the spooky-ass tree right behind the goober driver. While we explore, we find a little friend lurking in the tree. I found Froggy. Continue to paint our new best friend's home and make it all brown. Much like a good Valentine's Day lover, we must give a lot of love and attention to the big tongue. So we treat it like a princess.
Well, excuse me, princess.
And add in Princess Pink.
Try out some of these shifting paints. Oh yeah, we're gonna get swifty in here.
And so instead of doing what I would normally do, shading the armor and then highlighting it.
Oop, fuck, oh my god. Oh, bro. Is this shit on camera right now? Look at this shit. Look what the fuck.
After we cleaned up that disaster, we placed all the swifty paints onto the Citadel approved silicone palette and started to slap down these effects onto the base, which we colored with a layer of the shell's undercoat. And much like a popular dating show, we are going to take some time to discern the shiny shell's shifty partner and give you a quick taxidermy tip of the day. Today's tip is real easy and helps with decision making. When faced with many possible paints, it's important to try them all out before committing yourself. If you prematurely spill your paint, you may end up with a sloppy, thick mess. Also, remember to add in that paint's partner so that you can see what it looks like when the two lovers get busy. If only I followed this tip, we could have cut down on some heartbreak.
That's the winner, this is the one, the blue-green. But we got more work to do anyways, so we're gonna do more work.
My pal, the Joker, takes a break from his crazy hamburger to give us some slafter red, and we take the old goober driver on a magic carpet ride. Once the carpet is covered, we pop a little on the silly plant next to him, which we decide to paint as a Super Mario Piranha Plant.
Piranha plants are red, right?
Take out your pallid boner, speed paint, slap down the shell that we are going to shift later. And while we're at it, strike some broadsword silver speed paint and get all those metal bits metal. Flinted steel! Since this slug jockey is the farmer of Grandpappy Nurgle's garden, we're going to pretty up his plow and splash some horde bronze on this all-important detail. One thing I love about disciples of our pal Nurgy is all the interesting skin textures we get to play around in. So the next step is taking some amber skin and highlighting the Goober Driver Ding Dang Doo. Feel free to be scratchy and sloppy, as all this variety will blend together to make him proper foul. Much like the beloved chicken jockey from Minecraft movie fame, the Goober Driver's Valentine's Day mount must be given special attention. So necrotize the flesh of the slug with some necrotic flesh. This contrast with the rider's skin is like a match made in... It's time to get experimental and splash some of that swifty blue-green on the shell. We slop this milky solution all over the place in hopes that it will make a really cool effect. Something's not right here. This is looking gross, but not in a yummy crusty type beat. More like Ugly Sonic from Paramount Pictures. With some damage done only to our... We are able to save this relationship with some shy-ish purple. Hopefully this partner will play better with the swifty shine of our special paint. That shifty paint seems to be more fickle than Daniel Bryan fans in 2019. Fickle! Let's treat this slug to a spa day and scratch some skeleton bone to brighten up the nails and teeth. My, what thick eye stalks you have, Mr. Beeper. The Goober Driver said when they first met. What a heartwarming tale, almost as warming as this Dorado skin is to the eye stalk flesh. And make sure to make Mr. Beeper's old beeper nice and fluffy, with some tan flesh, which we use to highlight his beepers of legend. And you member Bootstrap Bill? Sounds like he's making brown now, and adding his color to the wooden bit, like stick, or even tree shelter that Froggy lives within. No baby oil required for this next step. Just a wash of soft skin shade from the army painter. We make sure to soften up the stumpy little sluggy legs and add some softness to the Goober Driver too. Even Nurgle demons need a good skincare routine to look their best. Aw yeah, let's get swifty again, and hopefully not shit on the floor. We apply the blue-green paint to the shy shell, and we pray these partners get along better than the previous pairing. Honestly, this is looking pretty fucking sweet, as Peter Griffson likes to say. Like a delicious Valentine's Day dinner, we add a special sauce called Crusted Sore to all the gory details, and exposed innards.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
More highlights for the sluggy skin. This time it's scaly hide. And don't worry, scaly fandom, none of your people were harmed in the making of this video. Other fandoms, I cannot guarantee, however. Anyway, sketch this greenish highlight onto the topmost skin. Alvin sloughed off some skin paint for us, and we highlight the Goober Driver, adding a unique yellowish decay to his already gnarly skin. Slip in some camo shade into the deep recesses of the Laganga-like skin of this slug. Add in some green shadows, and then add in some blue-violet for all those popping pustules.
What's poppin'?
And the luscious lips of Mr. Beeper. Those lips are looking ready for some Valentine's Day related shenanigans. Like kissing.
I'm dropping in some pale sand.
And my excitement for this awesome paint is too much to be contained, clearly. Get a hold of yourself. We ain't dropping into Fortnite. To make a piercing demonic glow to these Nurgy's eyes, we cover the eyeballs in some white ink, which we add a glow effect later down the line. Add some depth to that Jablinski rug, and edge up with some Wyvern Fury. Hope this magic carpet trip doesn't take a detour to the Nether. Jump over another one of Blackjack's famous films, The Mushroom Kingdom, and start to put some bloody red on those shrooms and piranha plant.
Let's go.
Froggy, he's gonna get some green skin. Froggy. Froggy in the tree. Hello. There's the buddy. He's a froggy. And we also painted the piranha plant. Boop, 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 boop.
Did they make this Warhammer trademark miniature just for me? I mean, look at all the gore and little friends we make along the way. And the fact that they are obviously referring to the epic adventures of Big the Cat? To appease our fan, Crisp Rat, we take some time away from Stompin' Coopers and add some spots to those mighty mushrooms. Let some Diviner Light lick the tonguey bits to add a final highlight to those taste buds.
Great job.
Terracotta goes on the pots, cause that just makes sense. The Gooner Driver gotta be a bit more pale, so we do some opal skin and add yet another layer of texture to our jockey friend. Now add that demonic eye glow we know and love with some fluorescent yellow. This paint makes him pop all demon style, but sadly disaster was yet again to strike us on this painting journey.
So I got pretty stoned and I forgot to press record and I ended up just painting his fucking eyes, which is like objectively the coolest thing about this like fucking model.
Why did you do that?
And I also painted this fucking head too. And that's pretty cool. Dude, I did all the fucking cool parts off camera. Oh, that's not good. That ain't good. He looks cool though. Like, that's nice, but fuck.
But the most interesting step was not in fact painted, as we still had Ardcoat to seal in those eye details and make him glossy. You can thank me for recording this important detail in the comments below. This fetid tree feasts on fecal matter, that we will know for sure, so swipe some plague brown on the edges of the branches and trunk to make it properly moldy and shitty. Let's keep giving some love to our little guys and add some forest fawn to the dangling nurgling, and even our froggy friend. Take out some bright silver and edge in the sharp details on all the weapons / farm tools. And we get a little idea to edge the shell with some silver too. This was actually a really good idea and was definitely worth it. Don't forget, these tools are nurgles tools, so rust away with some dark rust, which will dull down the shiny look and instead look well-worn and infectious. Don't tell the US government, but we're gonna spill some oil, Nuln to be exact, on the chain and metal bits. Hoorah! Death metal goes on the plow. We gotta stop being fickle as a pickle and start making that base worthy of this cool-ass mini. The first step in a stunning base will be adding incubi darkness to all the spots we want to become swamp. This darker blue will certainly look nice paired with our toxic green slime, which is almost ready to come out. Before we release like a water bucket all over the swamp, we gotta add in some poop from a can, AK-47 Dark Earth, and get that texture down on anything we ain't wanting to slime. It must be the Child's Choice Awards, sponsored by Nurglodian, because we're sliming up the dark waters with some Nurgle rot. Splat that slime all over, like you are the Vankman after an encounter with Slimer. Now we can finally delight in the bloody beauty of Blood for the Blood God technical paint. Glaze this shit all over the gory details and make sure each individual pustule is given as much love as your upcoming Valentine's date. Make St. Valentine's proud. And because this fella's been mucking about in Grandpap's garden, make these sores super infective by applying oozing vomit directly in the wounds.
Make him say,
Sticky time! So bust out some E6000 right out of the tube and carefully add sticky strands to taste. Let's add some sticky gore to Goober Driver's fingers, as he needs a road snack, and some saliva to the beeper's mouth. Nothing like a good sloppy, sticky, slimy time. We are so close to the big finish, but we gotta keep you edging in your seat. Take some dusty skull and dry brush the texture shit we popped on the base. When the E600 is real dry, we take a final round of Blood for the Blood God and color all the delicious snacks the Goober Driver has acquired. And we finish this big boy off with some classic rimming. Glide your blackest paints all over the rim of this miniature. Holy guacamole! This painting adventure was quite the journey, but like any relationship, this shit takes time and effort. So take this content video and apply it to your life, and contemplate the lessons learned while I take to the fridge!
Howdy, y'all. I'm a goober driver.
How you doing?
Hey, Buster Brown, check out my booger collection.
Drink this stuff straight up.
Right. I'm from America. Dang, I'm chopped on my skills.
That was beautiful. Almost as beautiful as you, audience. Thank you so much for joining me on an extra special Valentine's Day. And while this date can't last forever, your loyalty and support can, with a like, a subscribe, and an engagement. Much like your post-Valentine's Day STD, you can also share this experience with your friends. But most of all, show yourself some love too. That's enough yapping for me, your friend, Mr. Taxidermy. And I'll be seeing you real soon.
Okay. We're gonna get back.
Oh shit, we're still fucking recording. What the fuck am I doing?